All right. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let me get IG on, you guys. How you guys doing out there on this lovely Tuesday afternoon? Let me get the day right this time. I'm always saying the wrong day here. Okay, so let me get on IG, you guys. How's everybody out there, Facebook land? You guys doing fine? Today we're gonna have some fun with this topic today, guys. This is gonna be about the PPP loan and everybody that is applying for the PPP. All of the self-employed folks. If you are a gig worker, you're an independent contractor, self-employed, we want to talk about this money. So make sure that everybody gets some of it, you guys. So hello. So, all right. So today we're going to talk about the PPP loan for the self-employed, independent contractor, gig workers, the people out there who have been sole proprietors for all these years. You know, there's a lot of changes have taken place in which it's going to allow you guys to now be able to get some of this money for the PPP. And the reason why I'm on here, I'm trying to get this camera right. The reason why I'm on here today is because there's a lot of confusion as to what this PPP loan is about, you know, who can qualify for it and how much money you can get. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's see, turn cameras. So we can see. All right. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna give you guys 3 points about this PPP loan for the self-employed. Okay, so we're gonna talk about understanding what the payroll is, because PPP is for payroll protection. What it is about your payroll, whether it's for employees or whether it's for yourself. But because we're talking about the self-employed and the sole proprietors, the gig workers, we're talking about payroll for yourself. So that's what we're going to discuss today. So we're going to talk about understanding what payroll really is. The second point I'm going to make today is the documents that you're going to need to get this money. And then third, we'll talk about how much money are you going to be qualified for, okay? So we're going to talk about how much money that you can get. So that's what we're going to discuss today. Let's see. I'm somehow not angling this camera right today. You guys, is it good? Is it good? Hi, Cliff. Thanks for jumping on here. How are you? Hey, well, Meek, how are you doing? Okay, thank you guys for tuning in today. This is gonna be great. You guys hit like and share on this video, and because everybody's out there that's self-employed. Believe me, you have gotten a job where you have as an independent contractor, and I'm sure you guys can use this information. All right, so am I good yet? Am I good? All right. So first one, let's jump in here. We want to understand what payroll is, guys. The PPP loan is about the payroll protection. And so we want to understand what it means by payroll. And so I want to start off with the folks who are self-employed, right? So if you are self-employed and you're a sole proprietor, meaning that you don't have anyone in your business but you are eligible for this loan. If you work as an independent contractor, and a lot of you guys out there are independent contractors, a lot of you guys are working, you know, even if you are freelancing, you're working for different companies, you have a business, you're contracted by other people to work for them. So you are operating your own business as a sole proprietor. So you're self-employed, okay? Initially, when the PPP loan came out, a lot of the corporations took advantage of the PPP loan because they had a payroll. And so what we want to do now is just talk about the people who are sole proprietor. They have made some changes so that they can allow the small business people to get some of this money. All right. So hi, Inez. Thanks for jumping on. Thomas Zero, thanks for jumping on in here today. All right. So understanding the payroll, though, I just want to get this clear. Understanding the payroll. Payroll is compensation that you pay to someone for services that they rendered, for hours that they worked. You take out payroll taxes from them. And you have to file payroll tax returns with the government, the federal government, and the state. You have to file payroll tax return. And you have to pay those payroll taxes in. That's what a payroll is for those of you who may have employees, okay? Because even though you're self-employed, you could also have employees. Now, some self-employed people have employees that they have a payroll for. So you don't have to be a corporation for this. But I just wanted everyone to understand what payroll is all about. You must be taking out payroll taxes. I want to get this clear because a lot of people is getting this confused out there, because you have to be paying someone for work, for hours work, services. You have to be taking out payroll taxes, and you have to be paying those payroll taxes to the government in the form of a payroll tax return, which is a 941 form, which is a 940 form. When you apply for the PPP loan based on payroll, guys, I just want to make this very, very clear. You have to be turning in the 941 form, which is the payroll tax form, or the 941, which is the payroll quarterly form. You have to turn those forms in to the lender, whoever is giving you this money. So if you're applying for the PPP loan as an employer and as a person who have paid wages to someone for working, you must have the payroll tax return forms to turn in. Now, if for any reason you got a PPP loan based on employees and you never had employees and you never had a payroll tax return and never have any payroll done, then I don't understand how you would even have a payroll tax form to turn in. Okay, so be careful. Make sure that that is the case. Now, if you are self-employed and you don't have any employees, you don't have anyone working for you that you have to take out any taxes from, you don't have to file any payroll taxes with the government. It's just you. You are your own employee, all right? So this is what we're talking about today, and this is what they have changed on the PPP loan to make sure that the small businesses who don't have anyone working for them is able to get some of this money. And so you are your own employee. So whatever monies that you make becomes your payroll. That's what you pay yourself with, and that's the money you take for your personal use, okay? So you are your own employee on your self-employed business as an independent contractor. So my first point, again, was understanding payroll. I want to make sure you guys understand what that means if you have employees and the payroll tax files and all that good stuff, and or you are your own employee, okay? And in that case, you're not paying any payroll taxes, but when you file your income taxes, you pay your Social Security taxes, your Medicare taxes, and we'll talk about that also, on another live regarding how you pay these taxes in for yourself. But today we just want to talk about how the PPP loan is effective. All right. So again, guys, today we're talking about PPP loan for self-employed, gig worker, independent contractor. We're going to give 3 points. The first one was on this, understanding what payroll is. My second point today is going to be the documents that are required. Okay, so guys, make some notes of this, and then so you guys can get this information in as fast as you can. Documents required. Okay, you must have a mobile number or telephone number. That's good, because some of these lenders are going to call you. So you need to have a good phone number. You need to have a good email address. Everything is done by email. Whenever you upload this stuff and send it in, they will be emailing you back and forth. So email address got to be good. You have to have access to the email address that you provide. Make sure that that's a good email address. Make sure that you have a good Social Security number on there. You can't make any mistake with your Social Security number or an ITIN, guys. If you don't have a Social Security number and you have an ITIN, you're also eligible to get this PPP loan. So Social Security number, your ITIN got to be good. You must have a US-based bank account, okay? US-based bank account, you got to have a US-based bank account. And the lenders want to have copies of your bank statement for covering the period February 2020. They want to see a bank statement covering the period February 2021. They want to make sure that you're still in business. And then they want to see documents or a bank statement or maybe a 1099 for somewhere in 2019. It doesn't necessarily have to be a specific month. I generally ask my clients for, say, December of 2019, just to keep it simple. They need to see documents or bank statements or 1099 where someone paid you for 2019. They want to know that you were in business before COVID. They want to make sure that you were in business in February before the COVID really hit. And then they want to make sure that you're still in business. That's why they want to see February 2021. Okay. So that's the purpose of that. So bank statement information, And you got to have your tax record. Now, some lenders is asking for your entire tax return. And some lenders are asking for a transcript of your tax return that's filed if it's 2019 that you're using. You can use 2019 or you can use 2020 data from your taxes, but you must have your 2019 or 20. For 19, it has to be filed. They want to have a transcript of the tax return that's filed. For 2020, it doesn't have to be filed yet because it's not required. Okay, so some lenders want the entire tax return and some only want your Schedule C. Okay. Schedule C is the portion of your 1040 tax return, guys, that shows your business income and expenses. Okay, that's the Schedule C. The business income and expenses is what they want to see. Most of the lenders only want the Schedule C. You must have a Schedule C. Some of you guys may have different Schedule Cs, but you want the Schedule C. Of course, the gross income on the Schedule C, which is a new change, that's the number that they're going to be using for you to be qualified, and they determine how much money you're going to get, which we'll talk about in the third segment. All right. So that's part of what they need. If you are up in the farming business, it's the 1040F. There's an F on your 1040. If you're in the farming business, it does the same thing. It shows how much money you make and how much money you spend. Right. So they want also a government issue ID. You have to have a driver's license. You can use a passport. You can have an alien registration card, a resident card. I think it's called driver's license. A state ID works, and or a passport. These are documents that you have to have, right? So let me quickly go over the documents. Again, guys, you have to have your social security number or an ITIN. You got to have a valid email and phone number. Most importantly, because they got to be able to reach you. They got to be able to verify you. You got to have your bank account. One before COVID, 2019, bank account during February of 20, and a bank account during February of 21. Okay, they want to make sure you're still in business. Keep in mind, this money is to keep you in business, guys. So if you are no longer in business, you're not going to get this money. You know, I've had calls before where I've had someone apply for the PPP loan. And of course, when they filled out the information, because business wasn't good for them in 2020, they were out of business, and they put that they were no longer in business. And so they were disqualified immediately, right? So you must still be in business. They want to see a bank account for 2021. And one other thing that I want to point out, guys, when you're filling out the application form for the PPP, when you're filling this form out, okay, if you are the only person in your company as a sole proprietor, do not put that you have more than one employee. It's just you, one employee. I've gotten cases and I've had calls, and I've had clients who have called me who were immediately they declined the loan because they put that they had more than one employee. And the system automatically picks that up. And of course, they decline the application. You have to put you are the only one employee in your business, you're self-employed, okay, because they have a way of just automatically disqualifying you. All right, so that's my second point today, the documents that you need to have, guys. Again, I want to welcome everybody on here, and thanks, Lorna, for jumping on. All right, she said, all right, what do I need? Yes, thank you. Hi, Andy, thanks for jumping in. Hi, Eugenia, thanks for jumping on here, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Great information and getting this loan. I know everybody out there is self-employed, is independent, is either gig worker. Everybody's out there can use this money, and you don't want to leave anything on the table. Now, on my third point, I want to tell you guys how much you're qualified for. And this is really great because it doesn't matter how much money you make, you qualify for something. So understanding self-employed PPP loan. All right. So how much are you qualified for? Now, first of all, they're not giving any money to any employee for that makes over $100,000, right? So if any employee makes over $100,000, even if you had a company with a payroll, they're maxing it out at $100,000 in earnings. So as a self-employed individual, they will max you out at $100,000. Again, they will take your gross revenue, guys. This is a beautiful part. First, it was the net. after expenses. Some of us didn't have anything left after we spent the money, so we couldn't get anything. But now, because they're using the gross based on what you make, then this is really great. So they are going to max it out at $100,000. So what they will do is they'll take the $100,000 if you made more than that, or anything under $100,000, which is gross, line 7 on your Schedule C. They will take that number and they will divide it by 12 to get your monthly earning, right? Your monthly earning. They want to know how much a month you're getting. And they will give you a loan up to 2.5 times your monthly earning, right? 2.5 times your monthly earning is what you will get. Again, so for instance, let me give you an example. Let's use a number that's easy. Say you made $36,000 for the year in gross on your Schedule C, line 7, $36,000. They will divide it by 12, which give you $3,000 a month, and they will multiply that by 2.5, so you will be eligible for $7,500. Okay, so you'll be eligible to get $7,500 in PPP loan, and that's based on $36,000. So wherever your gross revenue is, get your monthly divided by 12, multiply by 2.5, 2.5 months is what they're allowing you to have, and that's what you will be getting for that PPP loan. Okay, so that's how much you're going to be qualified for. And again, no one is going to be tapped out past $100,000, which at 2.5 times give you about $20,833. So that's kind of the max that you're getting. If for any reason you are self-employed, someone else did your application for you, and for some reason you are getting more than that amount, then something else took place there. But you have to make sure that you put the correct information, because when they go to the IRS and put a transcript of your tax return, you want to make sure that information is accurate, and you want to make sure that there's everything there aligns with what it is that you provided. All right. So hi, Makiba Jackson. Thanks for jumping on here. Andy, what? Okay. Hi, Auntie. Love you. I love you too. Hi, twin. Hi, nephew. Thanks for jumping on. Hello, hello. All right. Is there a question over here? Great information. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate you jumping on here, guys. So let me recap this. This is such great information. I can't tell you how excited I am about this, because especially when the rules change and it's not about net profit, because a lot of people wasn't getting any money because of the expenses write-off. And when the president changed it to gross revenue, I am just more than thrilled about this, because every other client that I have is self-employed. Everybody's in business. So today, guys, PPP loan for the self-employed, independent contractor, freelance. I want to recap these 3 points today. Number 1 is understanding payroll. Again, if you're self-employed or you're a sole proprietor, you can have a payroll. But a payroll is when you pay employees for hours worked and you take taxes out, file payroll taxes, pay them to the federal government. That's having a payroll. So if you don't have that, you don't have a payroll. Again, when you fill out any of these applications and they said, do you have any employees or do you have a payroll, and you didn't take out taxes and pay to the government, file payroll taxes, you don't have a payroll. No, you don't have any employees. It's just you. Okay. You don't have any employees because you didn't have a payroll. You're the only person there. Number 1. Number 2, documents required. Real quick, I'm going to run over those documents. Very important, because they will completely deny you if you don't have any of these documents. If you don't have all of these documents, you must have a valid email, must have a valid phone number, because they will be contacting you. Everything is coming to your email. Social Security or ITIN. Doesn't really matter if you, if you don't have a Social Security, if you have a valid ITIN that works. Has to have a U.S.-based bank account, guys. You can't have the offshore bank. Doesn't work. A U.S.-based bank account, and they need bank statements from February of 2020. They need to make sure you were in business before COVID, so you could do a bank statements from 2019 or a 1099, something to show that you were in business. Someone paid you in 2019 before COVID. 2020 in February, and 2021 to make sure, yes, you are still in business. All right. So hi, Mr. Perry Williams. Hello. So good to see you. I miss you. All right. So you got to have a bank statement, guys. Your tax record. You got to have your taxes done if you're using 2019. Got to have your taxes done. They want Schedule C from your tax return. Some lenders are asking for a transcript from the IRS, so your taxes has to be filed if it's 2019. And if it's 2020, of course, it does not have to be filed yet because it's not due. So you got to have your tax record, your Schedule C or Schedule F if you're in the farming business. and they're using the gross income from your Schedule C or your Schedule F. Okay, so you got to have that, and a government issue ID, driver's license, state ID, passport, any other stuff work. Got to have a government issue ID. They have to know who they're giving this money to, and they have to make sure that everything is legit and everything is valid. And third, how much can you get as a self-employed person? They max it out at $100,000, and the maximum on that at 2.5 months is what they give you. They take the amount that you make, divide it by 12, give you 2.5 months. If you made $100,000, which is what they max it out, you can get $20,833. And if you make less than that, they divide it by 12, guys, multiply that by 2.5, and that will tell you how much you're qualified for. Okay, so the money is out there, guys. Make sure that you get your application in. The deadline have been extended to the end of May. So get your application in. They're trying to make sure that the small business person get this money, and you don't want to leave anything on the table. And I have another secret for you too. If you didn't get a PPP loan last year, and this is the first time you're applying, so this is called PPP1. You can go back and apply for PPP2. So you can get PPP1 and PPP2. Once you get approved for the first one, you can go back in and do the second one, guys. They'll take the same information and give you that money again. So you can get that money twice. All right. And even better news, you get to get this forgiven. You don't have to pay it back. This is amazing. Do not leave this money on the table. Okay. Now, I've seen people get as little as $1,000. If you only made $5,000, you can still get this money. You can still get PPP loan, guys. You have legitimate documentation, and you can get this application in. Okay, so I hope this helped a lot of people. I know that it will. I've gotten a lot of calls on this. I just wanted to drive this point home, though. Make sure that your information is accurate, because some loans are denied because they are not able to verify. You get these denial letter that says can't verify. Make sure information is accurate, your address is accurate, everything is accurate. Okay, so if they're not able to verify you in any way, shape, or form, you won't be able to qualify for this money. Okay, we don't want to leave any money on the table. We need all this money that we can get. We got to keep our business going, guys. And so get the application in. Again, this is Elaine Proby, CEO, PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. If you guys need any assistance with this or any other questions regarding this matter, okay, you can put your information on the screen. You guys, we'll come back through here and respond to those questions. If you, if you're not clear about something and you want to ask us what that is, again, PROBY'S Tax and Accounting is at 323-290-9034. Or you guys can visit our website at probystax.com. We've been in the community for over 35 years, providing services for businesses and individual, guys. We have helped a lot of businesses grow. We have created a lot of entities, and a lot of these businesses are making millions of dollars. We want to help you guys and assist you to stay afloat and stay relevant, so that we can also help you guys to be successful in your business. All right. So every Tuesday and Thursday. Yes. I got my reminder on the board. Every Tuesday and Thursday, you guys can come back here and get some more of this great information. Tell your friends about it. Hi, Andy. What do you say? Quality, but okay. Okay, share. Thank you. So yeah, every Tuesday and Thursday, guys, tune in. Put your reminder on so that you can know when we come back through here. And great information on Thursday. I'll be back. And what are we talking about on Thursday? Thursday, we'll be back here talking to the individual this Thursday. Oh, is your home an asset? Is your home an asset? We're talking about that on Thursday. A lot of folks is buying homes or is in the market to buy a home. We want to talk about, is that an asset, and how is that going to be beneficial for you? And so this is going to be very important. Hi, Belinda. Thanks for jumping on. All right, Janice. Hello. Thanks, Janice. Thank you for jumping on. Appreciate you. Hi, Belinda. Awesome. All right, girl, I got to call you. I miss you too. Okay. Let's see. What is PPP? And okay, I'm not seeing that. What is PPP and PPP2, PPP1 and PPP2? Okay. So if that's the question there, PPP1 is you getting the PPP loan for the very first time. And the PPP2 is getting it the second time. And like the good news, if you get one, you could go back in and apply for two right away. Now, I have a client that got PPP loan on a Monday and was qualified for PPP loan. 7 days later, they got another check deposit in the bank account for a PPP too. So once you get one and get qualified for one, if you got one last year, apply for two now. And if you just got PPP one, go right back in to the lender that you use and reapply for the second one, and you get that money in some cases within a week. I've had clients who've got the money within a week. All right. All right, PROBY'S stacks at 3870 Crenshaw Boulevard. Okay, guys. So I think that's, with that said, you know, I appreciate all of you guys for jumping on here. Please share this live so that people can get this information. We don't want to leave any money on the table. They're trying to make sure that you get money to keep your business afloat, so you can remain successful. You guys can make, you know, build wealth while you stay, you know, get through this whole COVID thing and become more and more successful in your business. Okay, and that's what we're here to help you with. All right. So with that said, I think I'm be up out of here. You guys make sure that you get your taxes done, because you're gonna need either your 19 or your 20 taxes for this PPP loan. So make sure you get them done. PROBY'S Tax and Accounting is working virtually. You can get your taxes done in the comfort of your own home. Everything is done automatically. We have a secure website you can upload all your information to, and or you know, give us a call, or you can do it the old-fashioned way if you still need to email stuff, or you need to drop it off, you need a ballot, we get it any way you want it, and we get everything done, and you don't even have to leave your home. Okay. All right, guys, with that said, I'm out of here. I want you guys to follow instructions, stay safe, and again, I want you guys to take care of each other and take care of yourself. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.